Hello, friends. Hello, Super Metroid enthusiasts. Oh my goodness, hang on. Shoot. Okay, I had myself echoing in my own ear, and it was I have the race room open, but let me start over. Hello, friends. Echo from a void. Oh, that's so funny. The echo from void is the first comment that I see because I was just echoing in my own ear from the void. Anyway, Hardway to Hell. Welcome. For those of you who have not been staying up with this this tournament, it basically uses, if you're familiar with the Varia randomizer, this tournament incorporates all of the tricks that are available in the randomizer. Anything and everything is in logic. In addition, they only have one suit at a maximum. There may be no suits. And what else? In the settings that they're doing right now, they're going to be starting in Tourian. They are going to have a late morph. I've only seen a couple of these these settings go down. I played one myself, and morph has been very late because we also have slow progression. It's on slowest progression, so everything is basically in the worst place possible, which is great. We love that as watchers. I don't know how much they will love it as players. But yeah, it should be exciting. What else do we have here? It's a full area rando, and we have major, minor item distribution. So what's interesting in these presets is normally with Hardway to Hell, it doesn't matter if you play major or minor or not, because you're going to be going and picking up all of the minors anyway, because you need them for hell runs and things like that. But with these settings, they have nerfed charge, so that makes ammo a little bit less important, and it's also progressive suits. So whether they find Varia, which protects them from heat entirely, or if they find gravity suit, because of progressive suits, that gravity suit is going to help them considerably in heated rooms. It does, I think, half damage. So, I did not see where that transition went. You all
Red Tower Elevator.
Red Tower Elevator. Okay, thank you so much, Kai. Kai is here. Kai is going to help out where I lapse, which is going to be a lot. Okay, neither of them taking a save. I like it. Nothing really to save for at this point. So wait, Red Tower Elevator. So that was vanilla. As far as where we're at in the tournament, we are in the losers bracket, but this is the semifinals of the losers bracket. So whoever wins this race will go up against Fringo Fox, and then whoever wins that race between Fringo and either Rusty or Audra will go up against Cheesy, who's been waiting patiently, and then whoever wins that race will go back up to the winners bracket and battle Nick Player, who's been waiting very patiently in the finals of the winners bracket. So we're going down into early Bryn. We see nothing, nothing at Morph Pedestal. Yeah, is there no audio? I don't hear audio, but sometimes I don't as a commentator. So I'm not sure what the audio is. Speed Booster. That seems to be pretty common. I think I played one of these and I've seen 2 other seeds, and I feel like Speed Booster has been there every time. Playing the lobby music. Let's see. I don't know how to operate any of that. I'm a complete noob as far as the tech end goes over here at SpeedGaming. I don't know if Kai knows how to work with that, but we'll try to get the audio for you if we can. That's right, Junia noob. I have never disagreed with that fact. Okay, we see Audra going for this. Oh, look at that! Perfectly executed. Going for the temp blue suit down to Old Mother Brain. Find some supers. That is in logic. Like I said, everything that is possible in the Varia website is in logic. That is a possible trick in the Varia website. So that could be first supers. This could give Audra a considerable advantage if Rusty doesn't find some supers somewhere else. So now Rusty is heading down Terminator. I'm sure Audra will be following as well. Varia. Okay, so we have a Varia. So that makes tanks considerably less useful. It also makes ammo considerably less useful. So this major minor situation is going to play into this seed. And we see Upper Norfair, which would be a great place to find if they had morph. Be interesting where that morph is. But so far, both going in the same direction. Oh, and here we go. So Audra will be able to go through into Business Center. Rusty's going to have to... Let's see. Is there any place else to go? Oh, he's going to go into... He's not going to go into Norfair. He is going to go into Norfair. Meanwhile, Audra has found the bottom of Red Tower and green Brinstar. I have a feeling Audra's going to check some other transitions here and maybe go right back into green Bryn. Yeah, that's true, Owl. So Rusty could go through... Rusty really hasn't lost anything here. Rusty's going to go right over to where Audra is right now. It's just a little bit longer route. And Audra going down to check high jump. Can't get back into the actual major here though, without morph ball. They also can't get to ice beam without morph. Audra is probably going to go check the croc transition, and well, no, they've already seen the croc transition, so I'm actually not sure where they're going right now. Rusty's going to go up and find green Bryn. Oh, let's see. Audra does have access to... Don't they have access to the chronic entrance? Surprised they didn't go down and check that, but... Meandering back, probably more interested in green Brinstar. Meanwhile, Rusty still doesn't have supers. And from here, really only has access to the other transition. There's a morph tunnel on the other side leading into Big Pink, so he doesn't have access over there. He's remembering that. So he's going to check this transition. Meanwhile, Audra is going through Cathedral, which makes a lot of sense. Without morph, you have access to both Speed Booster and Wave Beam. And this is not a scary room if you have Varia. The theme of this seed. So there are a few themes. The first theme right now is late morph. So their first plan of attack is just to find morph wherever they can find it. And they already have Varia suit, and this has nerf charge. So they'll want some ammo because they don't want to do any 900 shot mother brains. But, you know, they'll probably find some beams. I would not be real concerned about doing a lot of ammo checks at this point. Obviously, I'll look for the ones that are on the way, and I'll want certainly any supers that show up. Okay, and there's some supers there, so Rusty does have access to those supers. And there's our morph ball at speed. So unfortunately, let's see. Rusty chose to go to Green Bryn. It might be a little bit before he gets back over there, but he'll be locked out. He'll be locked out soon enough, and that'll be his only place to go. And now that Audra has their morph ball, they can go check the major at Norfair Reserve. This could be a fast seed, but, you know, a lot of Hardway to Hells feel that way. They could be a fast seed. But finding that early Varia is pretty huge. What that does mean, though, is they will need to find some Meridia traversal equipment. They will not find gravity suit. It doesn't exist in the seed. I did not notice what was over at Bryn Reserve on Rusty's side. An E-tank, okay. And Audra's heading to Wave, where they find an E-tank. They will be happy with any E-tanks they do find, but they're pretty inconsequential at this point. They need enough E-tanks to survive the Rainbow Beam. So they need a minimum of 3 tanks to be able to beat the game. But having that Varia suit is pretty nice. Alright, I think Rusty is about out of options here. He's going to have to head back to Upper Norfair and find that morph ball. Yeah, Rusty was working on the Crystal Flash clip last night and then again today. So he may be feeling more comfortable with it now. I'm not sure. I wasn't watching real closely, but I did see he got it a few times. So he may be less intimidated by it now. Alright, Rusty climbing back to the top of Green Brimstone. Wait, oh yeah, that's right. Rusty without morph has to go around the long way. Rusty is locked out of Bubble Mountain. What locks Rusty out of Bubble Mountain? He's been to he has access to Business Center, and then he can just go through Cathedral from there. He doesn't have to go through the super wall. Oh, there is a super door Cathedral. Ah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's right. So Rusty does need to go and find those supers. Those are the only accessible supers. Oh, that was too bad. Audra was just going for a speed ball or mock ball through this room, which is very hard without ice. With ice, you can freeze the trippers on either side, the platform dudes, but without ice, you have to time your run and your jump so that you can get through. Yeah, Rusty's Rusty's going to be looking at Gauntlet. I don't think Morph can be at Gauntlet. I mean, obviously we know it's not, but I don't think that that's possible with the settings. Yeah, I think those supers under Mother Brain are the only available supers. And, I mean, honestly, that's not uncommon with these settings. There's almost always, at least in my experience, there's almost always something under Mother Brain. I tend to do just like Audra did. If I find speed down at early Bryn, I am immediately going to go under Mother Brain. I don't care how long it takes. If I'm having a bad day with that trick, it doesn't matter. Because there's too often something important there. So that may be where Rusty is heading now. I hope so, because he needs those supers. And now we see Audra heading down to Waterway. And here's Rusty going for those supers. Audra is greeted with nothing. So probably what that was maybe that's where a gravity suit was placed and then it took it out of the game or something like that. These settings, they have super fun combat and super fun suits. So that's why it's a suitless seed. Well, not completely suitless, but there's always at least one suit missing. All right, Rusty gets his supers so he can start his journey to find Morph. And then Super Fun Combat removes Screw Attack and Plasma, and potentially Spazer and Wave. There will always be an Ice Beam. There will always be all of their movement items, so they'll always have High Jump, they'll always have Space Jump, Spring Ball. And I think Bombs are always in as well.
Yeah, we're not using super fun movement, so bombs will always be on. Super fun movement could remove bombs, but then that would force gravity in too much, and I don't want that here.
Gotcha. Thanks, Kai. Kai is here to correct anything I say wrong, or anything, any information I leave out. All right, and now Audra heading down to Edicoons. There's a major down here. I imagine they will skip the third item, but maybe not. I don't know. I would feel at this point that minor items are not super important, but, you know, Audra disagrees with me, and Audra is probably right. All right, and now Rusty is heading over to Bubble Mountain, and he will find his Morph Ball over there. So at the moment, Rusty is a little bit behind, just because of those supers, really. But anything can happen. Oh, Rusty getting trolled by King Cac. If you've played Super Metroid, you know the horrors of King Cac. particularly when you don't have morph. It's possible to do a little quick morph to get over, and then you don't get knocked back down the hole or knocked back down the room. But without morph, that's not a possibility. Beamer, I can only hope. We can only hope to see a 900 charge Mother Brain 2. All right, now watch Audra. Audra's going to do these D-boosts over to... oh, or not. Or so. They're going to try to catch up to these waivers. Or not. All right, Audra with high jump and speed can just go right down to that platform and jump right up. No need for the waivers, no need for the D-boosts. And with Varia, this is progressive suits, so those spikes do 30 damage, which is more than they would with balanced suits, which is a more common setting. It's what the default is. If you go to the Varia website and just roll yourself a seed, you probably will have balanced suits, and in balanced suits, the spikes do only 15 damage. These particular spikes do only 15 damage, but with progressive suits, they do 30.
I'm seeing 15, so...
Oh, was it rolled wrong? The settings that I looked at said it was supposed to be progressive suits.
Interesting. We'll blame Vibrant Colors for any errors that got rolled.
All right. Well, never mind. We don't have progressive suits. Getting Varia, it doesn't really matter anyway. It becomes more of a thing with Gravity Suit. Because with Gravity Suit, with progressive suits, you take half damage from the heat, and so your hell runs become much more manageable. All right, and Audra is checking the 2. Oh, and it's vanilla. So we have a couple vanilla transitions. We have the top of Red Tower is vanilla going up into Criteria, and this tube is vanilla going into Main Street. I will still get lost. I will still need help in the end. But that will make it much easier. Yeah, I wonder if they were expecting balanced suits or progressive. Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. The world may never know. All right, Audra has decided to go back up into Main Street to check this crab transition. I think they took a save. I didn't see, but I imagine that's what happened, is they took a save to check this transition. Oh, they're finding the back of wrecked ship. This is a little bit of a scary commitment because they don't have a way back up. So if this transition, we also have boss rando, so this is probably not going to be Fantoon, although it could be. But if it's not, then they really don't have much to check here. And then if the other side goes to Croc or Kraid's lair and they still don't have a way back, then they'll have to go all the way back to the save.
Worth noting that with Varia tweaks on, which we have on here, Audra's just skipped the major at Wreck Ship B-Tank.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. So that was one major item that they had access to. They still have access to it. They can still get through that door, but that was probably an oversight. And Audra's just beelining straight to this transition, wants to see what it is. And it is the back of Lower Norfair. They're not interested in it. I don't think we've seen the front of Lower Norfair. Yeah, Cheesy saying that he'd YOLO Lower Norfair. I think I would too, although with this health, that's a little bit scary, getting past those initial key hunters. Although I'm sure Audra is well-versed in that, probably has no problems.
If you're scared of the health, you can spend some time farming the Kagos. You'll be at full health when you go in. Take the key hunter hits. You'll be in pain, but you'll get through.
That's true. I imagine that's too slow for Audra. But certainly something that is possible. I think Audra's going to check the boss here. Hope that it's Kraid or Fansoon. Maybe get some more majors. If it's Kraid, that'll give him some more health. And Rusty still playing a little bit of catch up, but we see that they both Audra and Rusty have the same majors now. And we have Kraid. So we'll get to see what item sits behind Kraid. And then they'll also get some more health. Oh, misses the quick kill. We get to see some Kraid DLC. We all love to see it. And not very much health. I imagine Audra was looking for health, and Kraid has nothing. That could have been an E-tank, and that would have been nice too. We'll see what Audra does from here. I imagine they're going to go into Lower Norfair, but we'll see. Maybe they'll remember that there's that major back in Wreck Ship E. Taking a save. This looks like a Lower Norfair play to me. Or maybe they're saving in case there's nothing at Wreck Ship E too. Could be a twofer. Lower Norfair it is. And now, even if they completely butchered the that first key hunter room, they should be safe. Because those key hunters are going to do 100 damage each, and they could just nail all three. Still have three health left.
You know what would be fun here? You carry a spark through the transition and immediately spark after the door to kill the top key hunter.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty neat. Another thing to point out, the amount of health that Audra has is plenty to get through to the front of Lower Norfair. They can dive the acid, and with high jump, it's more than enough. We'll see what is down in Firefleet. Nothing. Audra not being rewarded at all for this wrecked ship / Lower Norfair play. We continue. You know, somebody made the point that it would be pretty rude if Fantoon was down in Lower Norfair. I would actually love that. That would be, if I were in Audra's position right now, that would be the best thing for me. I mean, they really don't want to see Dragon because they don't have a way. Well, they don't have a good way out of Dragon. They can do a Crystal Flash in the Dragon room and get a spike suit from that. Ridley would be fine, but Fantoon would give them immediate items to pick up. I am going to guess, because this is slowest progression, that this is not going to be Fantoon. I think that would be too generous. But we'll see. And more nothing. There's just nothing in this Lower Norfair. I mean, there were a few super packs or something, but boy, it's just punishment after punishment. Rusty also, by the way, choosing to go and get that third item down in Edakun's. I think I would skip it, but these two are farther in the tournament than me, so they probably know what they're doing better than I do. All right, we see Audra farming. This is going to be a long farm session. Oh, this has got to feel bad. This has got to feel really bad because they want to have enough supers and missiles in case it's Ridley. They also want to have enough supers and, well, basically enough ammo for a Crystal Flash in case it's Dragon. This is pretty feels bad. I would not feel good in this position. But it's also Hardway to hell. So, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Yeah, Beamer pointing out this farming, this is very efficient farming. I certainly can't farm this efficiently with a pea shooter.
Yeah, I think this is almost comparable to just farming the Ninja Pirates. You use Speed Booster on the Ninja Pirates, that's pretty fast if you're reliable at it. This is pretty much that speed too, so that's good.
Yeah, very impressive. And probably leaving to come back and get more power bombs. After taking this amount of time to farm, the last thing in the world that Audra wants is to fail the fight. So having plenty of power bombs to be able to execute that Crystal Flash in case it's Dragon is pretty essential. Okay, they decide this is enough, and it's Ridley. So this will be fine. This will be no problem at all. 25 supers. Those power bombs will help. Only need about, I don't know, less than 10 power bombs to make up for those 5 supers that are missing. I think seven would do it, and then the missiles to help as well. But again, I would much rather see Fantoon here. And Audra taking care of Ridley with really no problem at all. And there it is. Ridley down. Beautiful fight. Let's see. Rusty is going to Spazer. I don't remember seeing Spazer on Audra's side. It's an E-tank. And Audra gets an E-tank. Probably happy with that tank, because I imagine they're going to do the dive now to get to the front of Lower Norfair. What would be good for Audra here is if Croc is on the other side, and Croc has either Ice or Spring Ball to be able to get back out. Trying to think if there's... Yeah, I don't think there's any way that Audra can get back up the crab hole. The transition went the wrong way, so they can't X-ray climb it. I think it went the wrong way. Yeah, it did, because it went from the crab hole over to the back of wreck ship. So, yeah, they would need either Spring Ball or Ice to get out. Yeah, also can't do the grav jump. And we're gonna see an X-ray climb. Nope. Committing. Audra's committing. I love this commitment. Beautiful. Not an X-ray climb, just a clip. Still beautiful, beautiful movement. This, depending on what happens here on the other side of Lower Norfair, this could be, this could go either way. Yeah, it looks like Audra got smacked by a key hunter. This is still enough health to make it through. I think I've done this with 3 tanks before. Isn't the Meridia map station water? Owl pointing out that you could do the grav jump from Meridia map station, but I think you'd need grav for that. I might be wrong. Oh, X-ray climb. Oh, that's so true. Okay. So Audra is not stuck on this side. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if either Spring Ball or Ice is just sitting at wreck ship E-tank? And Audra coming down here has high jump and speed, so does not have to go into... Oh no, ran out of supers. That's painful. So they'll have to go around. I can't imagine they're going to do this GT fight. Well, I guess they can farm GT's supers. Maybe taking a save and going to check the transition first. But anyway, with high jump and speed, they would not have to fight GT to get back out the top, because you can blow up the blocks at the top, and then without going through the transition into the health refill room, you can just jump right back up. back up into the door and jump up. Yeah, farm GT to get supers for GT. Okay, what is this transition? It is West Meridia, which we have seen. So that is one big loop. That is one massive loop. So, let's see. So Audra has skipped 2 majors, though. Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't see if there were majors left in Lower Norfair. I mean, there must have been. They were going down there. I forgot we can actually see how many majors are in each area. Meanwhile, Rusty has found East Meridia. I didn't see where he found it. Still one left. So Audra may have left behind a grapple or a spring ball or an ice beam back in Lower Norfair, which would be really big. But I guess time will tell. Audra may be forgetting that they don't have space jump. E-Tank. I'd be happy to see that E-Tank sitting at 126 health. I wonder if Rusty is thinking about doing that Crystal Flash clip. Probably not. I think he's going to avoid it at all costs. All right, I'm curious to see where Audra is going to go next. Maybe back down, maybe. I didn't see where Rusty found East Meridia, but I'm thinking Audra is going to go exploring and maybe find that East Meridia themselves. Yeah, Rusty's not gonna bother with the Crystal Flash clip. So now we'll see where this transition is. Well, I'll see where the transition is. Oh, it's at the top of Red Tower. Yeah, I think Audra's going to be heading that direction. Meanwhile, Audra, with 2 bosses down... both of which being in that wreck ship Lower Norfair loop. So if Rusty chooses to go that way, he will also find those. And Rusty, I don't think Rusty would leave those majors behind. So if either of those 2 majors are important, the one at wreck ship E or the one at GT at Screw Attack, which if there was one more major left in Lower Norfair, that necessarily has to be Screw Attack, because all of the other majors were checked. Audra very low on ammo. They're gonna have to remedy that somewhere, somehow. All right, and Audra's going to find East Meridia here. We'll see how Audra approaches this. We know there's an E-Tank down in the pit, but I imagine that's where Audra will go first. It's a pretty easy check. But yeah, really all that either of them need. Oh, Rusty's getting a blue suit. Rusty's getting a blue suit for East Meridia. That will give him access to the bot wound E-Tank item. That's all it will give him access to. Oh no, Audra. Accidentally turning around in the sand. And struggling to get out. What's interesting about these sandfalls, so the place where the sand is falling, for whatever reason, if you're all the way down on the bottom, you can get yourself out just by jumping, just doing medium speed spin jumps in that sandy area, and you'll pop right out. It's a little bit harder to get out where there's not a sandfall, which seems backwards, but this game is backwards in a lot of ways. But these sand rooms are, they're awful to traverse. Anyway, so both of these runners need either grapple or ice for go mode. I think that's all they need, just grapple or ice. Alternatively, they could find space jump and spring ball. They just need a way to get through East Meridia. And okay, so I should be talking about this. Actually, Kai, why don't you come in? Because since this is your thing, why don't you talk about this blue suit that Rusty's working on?
All right. So Rusty needed to have at least 70 energy in his reserve when he came through the door, so he could have time to do that crystal flash to refill his reserves. And he needed to get hit by the Sova and activate the X-ray at the same time. He just started running at around 55. Sparks at about 5. The force stand-up from the R mode interrupts the spark. Now he has the blue suit and he has to get out. And if you don't have 2 tanks and you miss that first jump, you die.
Yeah. He also has Varia, which he could have turned on.
Yeah,
but he
chose makes it much safer.
Yeah, I think if it were me, I would have turned that on immediately. But Rusty likes to live on the edge. But yeah, so now he has this blue suit. He'll be able to go into East Meridia and get to that Batwoon E-Tank item. Could be a big play. Meanwhile, Audra has left East Meridia after finding that E-Tank. In fact, I think they reset out of the E-Tank, didn't they?
I think Audra kept it. I'm not 100% sure. I know that Rusty reset out of that E-Tank. They both went to it.
Oh, okay. So one feature of the of having a blue suit is you can't hold dash. If you hold dash while you're running, or press it at all, if you're moving and press dash, you lose the blue suit. So you see Rusty's moving very slowly here to hang on to that blue suit. Otherwise, it's pretty safe. It's a pretty easy thing to keep. It's not like a spike suit where almost any jump is going to ruin your spike suit and waste it. As long as you don't hold dash, you're pretty safe. There's some other obscure things like falling in sand will make you lose it. I think there's some other things too I can't think of right now, but basically if you don't press dash, you're good to go.
Worth noting, you can safely use X-ray and you can safely use Crystal Flash while you're in a blue suit.
Yes, which is...
Spike suit, if you Crystal Flash or X-ray, you lose it.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny how some of those things are in reverse with those two suits. Because with a spike suit, you can hold dash. So
yeah.
Choose your poison.
Also, because you can't hold dash, it is much more valuable to do the arm pumps. You have a top speed of 2.75 while walking, so 3 arm pumps get you 1 frame.
That's a good point. You know, I never thought about that. I should start arm pumping with my blue suits.
Yeah. And it's actually the same top speed in water and out of water.
Oh, that's funny. All right, and pretty soon here we're going to see the value of this blue suit.
Yeah, he should reset the room so the snail has less to travel to get back around.
Yeah, I agree.
Hopefully
So
he doesn't accidentally kill the snail with the suit.
Yeah.
Because he has no spring ball for the free ride.
Right, yeah, that snail has to go all the way around. It's a global snail, so it'll come around eventually, but it has to go all the way around that little alcove where the door is before it comes back around. If he had reset the room, then the power bomb blocks would have been in the way, which are actually not power bomb blocks in these settings, but okay, so it's got to be very careful with this snail because you can kill it with blue suit. Oh, this is oh my goodness. Rusty was crouching to get a little bit more height, just out of habit. But it was a little scary. all the snails have come to the party. We have a snail party. All right, he's made it. That's another thing you want to be careful with is if you crouch, that's how you activate the blue suit and turn it into a shine spark. So you gotta be a little bit careful with it when you're crouching. All right. So now he's through the part he needed to get through. If he loses the blue suit now, it doesn't really matter. I have not been paying attention to Audra's side. Audra is also back in East Meridia. Maybe gonna go check the other portal. Looks like a portal check. I'm going to guess the other side is going to go to Croc. We have not seen Croc yet.
One danger, you might have noticed Rusty lost about 3 tanks in that Botwoon fight because he turned around while in Botwoon. When you turn around, you stop moving, so you become vulnerable and you take damage.
Yeah, that's another thing. You lose your iframes with blue suit. Unfortunately, Rusty just finds a reserve tank here. I'm not sure where he's going now. He can't really... Boy, I hope... What he's doing, because he could get to the top of the room, but he can't get through the room. Technically, you can get through the room with some very effective jumps and very effective morphs, but it's pretty stupid. And now he's just soft locked down here. He can't get out. So we'll see what Rusty does next. That's very unfortunate.
But this is kind of good information because this makes it likely that he does not have to do a suitless crystal flash clip later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't think he would either.
No ice on the other side.
I think that he would probably just get that blue suit again. I know that Rusty hates the crystal flash clip. Yeah, it's too bad that didn't work out. But everything is still undetermined. We'll see where this transition goes. And it goes to Kraid's lair. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is pretty big for Audra. I think the only thing that could be bad for Audra at this point is if both Spring Ball and Ice are in that corridor between Wreck Ship and Lower Norfair, and they pass them both up. But that's probably not going to be the case. Audra saving. There's still the scare of finding Dragon. They can kill Dragon just fine, no worries. But that fight can go bad. Sometimes the game can give you just bad goop RNG, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Okay, but we see Fantoon. I don't think Audra is interested in going back to wreck ship, although they still need to find a way through East Meridia to get to the boss. Also, Dragon is in East Meridia, so that adds a wrench into things as well. That means that they do have to traverse the normal way. They can't take Cack Alley to get to the boss.
I don't think either of these two would be taking the Cack Alley route anyway. I saw Rusty trying the UWJ last night and didn't go very well.
And Audra doesn't UWJ? I guess they don't have space jump, so that would make it pretty hard to...
Yeah, need space jump.
Okay, Rusty is following in Audra's footsteps, though, so Rusty will find his first boss. If Rusty had come here sooner, this would be really, really good for him because he's coming here before finding Wreck Ship and Lower Norfair. But as things stand, I mean, as soon as Audra finds a way through East Meridia, that's game.
I think Audra is going to just route straight back to wreck ship. I think Audra's run out of other checks.
I think you're right. I mean, that's what I would be doing here, for sure. And then they'll feel bad about themselves if the item is in that wreck ship E location. Ooh, or screw attack. Audra did not check GT. They ran out of supers. I think they had 2 supers going to the green gate, and then missed the glitch. So they bailed.
3 supers, but yeah.
Very nice mock ball through the water. It is possible to mock ball in the water, but you have to start the mock ball from out of the water.
That one actually looked like it bounced and had to gradually accelerate in ball form.
Yeah, but it was definitely underwater mock ball speed. It's faster than a normal roll, I think. I could be wrong. I'm always willing to admit that I could be wrong.
Looked like it started out slow to me, but
they do. They like if you get a mock ball and you land it in the water, it does start out slow, but then it accelerates to faster than what would be a normal roll.
All right.
Right, Rusty entering his Fantoon fight, which is no big deal. This seed has not really given them many challenges in terms of skills. It's mostly been just knowing where to go and where to route to. It's kind of a gross map. Rusty with a nice Doppler. And a nice Fantoon fight from Rusty. Audra stuck in a Vileplume. I don't know if I've ever done a randomizer run of this game going through Hellway without falling in a Vileplume at least once. It's kind of a necessary part of the game. Oh, that was some beautiful movement through that Brintstar room. Yeah, Falling in a Vileplume is a run verifier for sure. If you don't fall in a Vileplume, then there's suspicion that you're a TAS. All right, so Audra
behind Kraid's closet, which we saw was an E-tank.
Oh, that's right.
Doesn't matter, but it might eat at the back of Rusty's mind.
For sure, for sure. And Audra is going back into wreck ship. Like Kai was saying, probably nothing else left to do. I like looking at the item loadout here. They've both been sitting with Varia, Morph, High Jump Boots, and Speed Booster for the majority of this run. All right, let's see what Audra left behind. An E-tank, so inconsequential. But I think that means there has to be something at Screw, which is also going to feel really bad for Audra. They don't know that they're ahead anyway, but boy, missing that and then having to go all the way back around for it, that does not feel good. I love that ball bounce in the room with that bull back there, the little sea urchin looking thing. If you jump and do it's a pretty common strat, but jump and do like just go into morph, you can just sort of like fly right through the room, bounce in the water. Okay, we have bombs. Oh, that's right. Wreck ship is open now too, so that screw attack item doesn't need to be something. And honestly, probably the progression is here because this is slowest progression. And there are 3 majors in wreck ship, so all roads lead to probably its wreck ship. So it's not a matter of Dre escape. They can escape Dre just fine by getting a spike suit from Dre and escaping the room, but it's a matter of getting to the boss room in the first place. They don't have a way to do that without some really, really stupid movement.
Well, they do need Springer Grapple because there's also Precious Room.
Right.
Spike suit only get you one of the 2 steps.
Right, because Dre is vanilla. Forgot about that detail. If Dre wasn't vanilla, then they wouldn't need to get out of Precious Room as well. They could yeah, it would depend on what boss it was.
That's
you can
right.
do
X-ray is enough. That's in logic.
Oh yeah. Never mind all the things. But additionally, you can, if you have boss rando and you're coming out of either Ridley's room or I guess it's just Ridley's room. I never thought about that. It has to be Ridley's room. Then you can do a grav jump out of Precious Room as well. Yeah, the other 2 rooms face the wrong direction. But from Kraid's room, you can, if you have Speed Booster, which they do, you can get a Shine Spark to get out. To the grav jump, it's not too hard actually. I mean, it takes some practice, but you so boy, it's been so long since I've done it. I think you need to press down to clear the ledge. I usually do a turnaround as well. But yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to do it to know specifically how. And there's our Ice Beam. That's Go mode. So Audra is in Go mode. I imagine they're not going to go through Lower Norfair to get back. They'll just go back through Wreck Ship to get to the main world. And they just need to get to the boss. They already know where Tourian is because they started there. Yeah, Beamer, it might just be a matter of like making sure you start back as far as you can on the platform and then jumping as late as possible as well. Like that might be the key to it. I just really don't remember. Audra changing their mind. Are they going to go through Lower Norfair after all? Did they decide that's faster? Maybe it's a faster route. Yeah, Tourian was at the moat. Yeah, in fact, all three of these seeds with these settings that I've seen, Tourian either went to the moat or it went to Red Tower, which then went directly to the moat. And this one went to the moat and then went from the moat to Red Tower. I think that late morph maybe forces that a little bit. I don't know. Between late morph and slow progression, there might be something in the algorithm that makes it so that forces the slowest progression. Otherwise, morph just comes too early. I don't know. But Red Tower certainly gives a lot of options to make things as slow as possible. I'm surprised Audra's going this way, but I also don't remember where this comes out in the end. Oh, it comes out at the top of West Meridia.
I think this is a play for that GT check.
Oh, you think so?
Audra would know that, well, yeah, the other way would go to the bottom of West Meridia. This goes to the top of West Meridia.
I just don't know what they'd be looking for anymore.
Ice-only Coliseum is pretty terrible, as you know.
It's not...
So I expect Audra kind of wants to have grapple.
I don't think it's that bad, but maybe I've just done it too many times and
I think you're a lot better
desensitized.
at people in this tournament.
Yeah, you're right. Here they go. Oh, and first try. That's gotta hurt a little bit. That's gotta hurt just a little bit. Just a little bit. And we see Rusty with the Kraid quick kill. Reserve tank. And now we can see that that jump that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I'm just surprised. I don't know. I wouldn't have taken the time to come down here. And I would expect Audra feels pretty comfortable going through Coliseum with just ice, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. So Rusty is going through his loop. Did Rusty has Fantoon down, and he's I don't know about this play. I think he feels behind, and so he's taking a risk here. But I don't think that I would skip wreck ship when I'm still an item from go mode. Especially not knowing where the other side of this transition goes. And it's going to punish him because we know that that ice beam is in wreck ship. So unfortunately, already kind of trying to make up time, and this is just gonna hurt him a little bit more. Too bad. And experiencing the same lower Norfair pain that Audra experienced when they went through the first time, finding literally nothing. Now Rusty's really waiting for these key hunters. Not a bad choice. They do 100. They do a full tank of damage if you hit them. I think with Varia, I'd probably just go for it. But man, lower Norfa hurts like a truck. Audra taking a save. Yeah, East Meridia is right up above here. I think they want to save because they're. I would save too. Although I'd probably save in Aqueduct, but either way, they're back to back. Audra choosing both. Why not both? Nice Shine Spark from Rusty through Lower Norfair. And Rusty doesn't know whether this is Ridley or Dragon. Also having to do the pea shooter farm. And surprisingly, same ammo loadout with at least with missiles and supers. I think Audra might have had 25 supers instead of 30. I mean missiles, 25 missiles instead of 30. But yeah, otherwise just has those 25 supers. So it'll be a little bit of an annoying fight, but certainly no problem. Boy, Bot Wound. Anybody who's ever fought Bot Wound before knows how terrible that hitbox is. Nicely done by Audra. Executes probably an accidental special beam attack with ice. Using some low percent strats. Yeah, celebratory ice shield. Doing it for the swag. I mean, when else were we going to see a special beam attack? Audra really just doing it for the fans. Yeah, Rusty using his power bombs. Ridley's not quite dead. Oh, Ridley is quite dead. Quite dead. Yeah, Mother Brain Ice Shields. I bet we might see them anyway. They're a pretty effective way to get some good initial damage on Mother Brain when you don't have better ways. And with this, so they did start with Baby Charge, which I guess I didn't explain this before. They do have Charge Beam, but it only does the same amount of damage as a regular beam shot. The purpose of it is to be able to damage bosses. So what that means is normally with Charge Ice, you would it would be without any other ammo. It would be a 200 shot Mother Brain. But the Charge Beam does 3 times the damage of a regular shot. So without that extra damage output, it would be 600 shots instead of 200. So it's a pretty weak beam. They'll want as much help as they can get. Yeah, Audra making it through. Very nicely done through that third section. Damaging down because they're going to want to get the get a flash suit. Also want to save. I think that's a really good idea. Audra may feel a little bit behind here. I mean, I don't think Audra feels behind in most circumstances because Audra's very good at the game. But, I mean, these settings, you never know. You never know what happened. If Rusty had gone through... I mean, if Rusty had done everything exactly like he did, but without the... You know, it took him a little bit of time to find Morph. And then, what else happened in there? I mean, he had to find the supers, and then he had to find Morph. That all took quite a bit of time. And then he did some other things before going to... before finding Phantoon. But the way that he routed the bosses was better, because he found Phantoon first, and that allows you to get in and find that ice beam. Unfortunately, he didn't search Wreck Ship. Oh, but he's going back. He's going back to Wreck Ship. Yeah, I don't think he went to check the other transition. Yeah, he went straight from Ridley to come back up here, so this makes sense. This makes sense. I like this a lot better than continuing on, because there's a lot of items here. I think he was just hoping... I think he felt behind and was just hoping he would find his go mode down in Lower Norfair without having to go through the other side. And unfortunately, that's just not what the seed wants for him. Yeah, pointing out the blue suit. This is necessary for Audra to be able to escape. Without having grapple, without having spring ball, the only resource that Audra has is this blue suit. And then they can use X-ray as well. Oh yeah, the blue suit adventure. That's right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that did take a little bit of time. And I don't think it was a bad play. I think Rusty's done good plays throughout. It's just... I would check this. I think Audra is checking this item. If it's grapple, then they're really happy. Then they don't have to X-ray climb. Or spring ball. Let's see what we've got here. An E-tank. not what Audra was looking for. But that's right. So Rusty did the blue suit adventure. So it was really 3 things. It was finding the supers much later than Audra was the biggest thing, and then finding Morph after that. I think it took Rusty longer to find Morph after finding the supers. Maybe not. I don't remember. But the supers took a long time, and then doing the blue suit, which again wasn't a bad play. It just wasn't the right play. From that point, I think Rusty routed better though, just by happen chance. Like again, I don't think Audra did anything wrong. It's just finding Fantoon first would have been better before going through that Lorne Orfair wreck ship loop. Audra having a little bit of trouble. Rusty finds his ice beam. Yeah, Audra having a little bit of trouble getting stuck in the door here. I saw Audra doing this in another seed too. Audra uses a different setup than the setup I know for this. So I don't know. Okay, this is the setup that I know. I know, right, Beamer? Heckin' Deer Force. Obviously, I kid. Deer Force, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm sure everybody is aware of this, but Deer Force was the team that made this game. Okay, so Rusty is in go mode now as well. Rusty knows exactly what to do. I imagine Audra will get this X-ray climb before Rusty catches up, but Rusty is now closing the gap. Yeah, I think Audra's probably looking at a tutorial right now. Yeah, they programmed a whole game with hooves instead of hands. That's pretty impressive. Probably get it first try now. Okay, this is the setup that I know. First try. Just like that. Alright, so Audra will begin their X-ray climb out, and then all they have to do is head to Tourian, kill some Metroids, and destroy the mother brain. Rusty really not that far behind. All in all, I mean, Rusty still has to traverse East Meridia. But let's see, this is going to come out... Where does this come out? Well, this comes out of the crab hole. That's a little bit gross. Rusty's going to have to do some crab freezing techniques to get out of this transition. Wanted to kick a crab real quick. Rusty contemplating life. Yeah, this trick isn't terrible if you've done it a few times. Rusty leaving. You only need 1 crab for this. I think he's planning to knock a crab down and use 2 crabs as a little stairway. But you can just freeze a crab like toward the top and then do a flatly from the right side of the room by the door. I think he's just gonna freeze all the crabs. Here we go. This should get him up. He should be able to jump right from that crab. Get the rest of the way up. Oh. We have a little crab party. I love this. Oh yeah, sorry. So Audra has completed their X-ray climb while we watch the crab party on Rusty's side. Okay, he should be able to get up from there. Just jump. I think you just jump from here. Oh, maybe that wasn't quite high enough, but it's certainly from here. Okay. And Rusty is free. So now Rusty's going to go back to Red Tower to get to East Meridia. Wait, did Audra... Oh, no. Did Audra fall in? Lose a Metroid? Okay, well, Rusty is closing the gap. Yeah, I certainly don't think this is enough for Rusty to catch up, but that's certainly good for Rusty. So we'll probably see both of them in East Meridia together. Do a little high five. Doing a nice ice climb up Red Tower. I won't say anything about Beeps' tutorial. Alright, Audra making their way out of East Meridia. Rusty doing some farming. Makes sense. And here they are, about to do a little high five. Slightly different colors. Rusty's a little more pink, Audra's a little more yellow. That's fair, Owl. That is fair. So now we get to see Rusty go through all of the same horrors that Audra went through in their suitless, ice-only Meridia. And Audra is 2 rooms away from Tourian, where the journey began. Ah, the memories. Oh, look at that. Look at that flawless horizontal bomb jump. That is beautiful. Yeah, it does. And for anybody who's never done that trick before, there is so much technical. It's very technical. It's a very technical trick. Like, it looks like you just place a few bombs, but you have to be facing the right direction at the right times, and the timing is not free. It's not an easy trick. It takes a lot of practice. But Audra, yeah, making it look super easy, like anybody could do it. Oh, Rusty having to fight Bot Woon again. Apparently didn't save after the Baboon fight. That's unfortunate. That kind of takes a lot of time. I mean, it doesn't matter in the, you know, we know from where we're sitting that it's all good, but that's right. Rusty tried the Colosseum. I don't think we're going to see a baby skip here, because... Oh, maybe we will. Maybe I'm wrong. Not damaging down. Audra definitely has the, you know, boots and speed to do it, but no wave makes this a little bit gross. What really feels bad, I won't say anything. Beautifully done. Look at that. Look at that. Like it's not even hard. But what really sucks is going through, taking the time to clear all those brambles, and then getting grabbed at the end. So it's like the worst case scenario. You take all the time, and then you lose the time anyway. Okay, no save. Not surprising. I don't think Audra feels very intimidated by this final fight. This isn't trivial for anybody who's never done it before, but for somebody like Audra who's done this a million times, it's pretty trivial. They will have to do quite a few beam shots. Let's see, 41 and 20. Yeah, they're gonna have to do quite a few beam shots, which, as we discussed before, are really pretty gross. Going all the way down, I respect this, and it depends on the circumstances for me whether... Oh, okay, we're gonna do some ice shields. Yeah, that's effective too. Have to be a little bit careful. This is dangerous for me. But anyway, if you save 15 supers, you can, once the ketchup beam starts, you can just nail Mother Brain with those last 15 supers. But, also, the ketchup beam does so much damage, and having only Varia, it's usually not a problem. It's usually no big deal. But, let's see, how many shots are they going to have to do with this beam? Usually it's 50. So they're going to have to do 150 shots once the ketchup starts. And things can get pretty scary. Okay, good use of the, this is really good use of these special beam attacks. I find this scary, but I imagine Audra will be just fine. I think if I were planning to do a fight like this, I would have saved. 150 ketchup shots. So getting hit by ketchup, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think it does 50 at a time with with full suits, right? So it can do full tank of damage, or is it 2 tanks of damage? It might be 2 tanks of damage. It's 100. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Audra is done. 200 with Varia. Okay, so it does 200, and it can It often double hits, sometimes triple hits, and very occasionally can quadruple hit, I think. Maybe not the quadruple, but at least triple. So you're looking at 6 tanks of damage, potentially, if you get hit by that thing. But yeah, Audra playing like the pro that they are. Meanwhile, Rusty working on getting that that flash suit. Yeah, sorry. So the Super Metroid community, we refer to all of Mother Brain's attacks as food items, and that final beam that she does that look like a bunch of like little circles, just sort of like electric circles or something. We call that ketchup. That's to complement the onion rings, which are the blue rings that she shoots at you, the meatballs, which are the little bombs, and the French fries, which are the little laser beams that she shoots straight out horizontally. Quad ketchup can happen. Okay. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. But from here, there is nothing Audra needs to worry about. Did Rusty get his spike suit? Rusty must have a spike suit. So you don't have to convert it to a blue suit like Audra did. It makes it safer. Oh, Rusty must not have gotten the spike suit. Or he would definitely be leaving right now. Oh, he discharged it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's pretty feels bad. All in all, Rusty's not really that far behind. I think it came down to 3 things. I think this would be a really close race if Rusty had gotten the supers sooner. If Rusty had committed to go, I don't remember. Was it in Kraid's Lair that Fantoon was? It must have been. Like committing to Kraid's Lair sooner rather than doing the blue suit stuff for East Meridia, and then this Dragon fight. If this went more smoothly, I think they'd be very close right now. And I don't know who would be ahead. Yeah, I see your point, Owl, but I don't think it's I think it's more than that. It's not just a matter of being faster. I think Rusty routed this better. Once he started routing it. Like, once he stopped doing blue suits. All right, GG to Audra. Yes, the wreck ship. That's right. That's true. That was a big thing. Although I think that get your GGs in for Audra. An official SGL time of 1:37:34. We'll see if they want to come in for an interview. But yeah, skipping that ice beam. I don't think he would have skipped that if he didn't feel behind though. And we are joined by Audra. Audra, GG.
Hello, thank you.
Welcome. How do you feel about the run, about the seed?
No items for Coliseum was nasty. Like, the whole like wreck ship blower and order loop.
Yeah, that had to be painful going through there and then having to go back through again.
Yeah, I was just like weighing if it was worth it to just go for a CF clip, but without a Coliseum item, it was like a bot-scoot item was just a reserve, I think, so it wouldn't have been the answer.
Yeah, Rusty actually ended up doing that. Rusty didn't do the CF clip. Rusty went and got a blue suit and then went through to get to the Batwoon item that way. But yeah, it didn't work out for him. Rusty actually once he so there were a few things that that kind of hurt Rusty in this one. You went straight for that Mother Brain check, old Mother Brain, and found supers. Those were the only available supers, and Rusty did not do that right away. So Rusty did a lot of exploring, and then Morph Ball was locked behind supers. So he did a lot of exploring, and then had to go back to find those supers much later. So that was a real big time sink for him, and got you pretty far ahead. And then he did the blue suit thing, which took some time. But he found Fantoon before he did that that loop between Lower Norfair and Wreck Ship. So once he started fighting bosses, he actually had a better routing through just by happen chance. You know, obviously you didn't do anything wrong by going into Lower Norfair. Was, you know, definitely the way to go. You just happened to find that first before Fantoon. But yeah, that's
That was like the only thing I was really worried about.
Yeah, were you?
From because I was able to tell that those are the only supers, and I had a practice seed actually where I did Old Mother Brain, and it locked like the supers there locked Morph Ball at Taco Tank, and that caused me to take the blue brain transition, and I missed gravity for like 40 minutes when it was free in my practice seed. So
Oh my goodness.
that seed doing Old Mother Brain actually led me astray. It turned out to not be required at all, but
Oh wow, that hurts. That really hurts. Wow.
So it was like I was trying to weigh that with how I was gonna approach Old Mother Brain as far as like hard committing to it, and I think I would have gone back for it relatively quickly though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find like just in Hardway to Hell Seeds in general, it seems like there's so often something good there. I don't think I've ever been led astray like you're talking about by it. That's real painful. But either it's nothing or it's something really, really important from what I've played. So yeah, in this case it definitely worked to your advantage. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, when you missed the gate glitch to get down into Screw Attack the first time, I was so hoping that there wouldn't be something important there. You also missed I don't know if you weren't aware, but like with Varia tweaks on, you had access to the Wreck Ship E-Tank before Wreck Ship was active. So you're
I forgot.
Yeah, it didn't end up mattering.
Like every time that I played with Varia tweaks has been I don't remember the last time I played an area seed with Varia tweaks. So
Yeah,
I didn't remember.
Yeah, it's easy to forget, especially if you're not playing with Varia tweaks very much. But yeah, that was something that you could have done, and it didn't matter. I think it was just a reserve tank, or it was an E-Tank in there.
The thing
But
I thought you were gonna say was that, you know, with Varia tweaks you can go fight Gold Teresa from the front without space jump, and I did choose not to do that because
Yeah.
just, like, mega slow. But
Yeah, no, I and I agreed with that decision too. So yeah, I think that would have been too slow. No, you played it really, really well. And no surprise there really. So your next competitor then I think is Fringo.
yeah.
Is that right? How are you feeling about that race?
I need to practice this X-ray climb in case it comes up again, because apparently I'm not very good at it. But
Yeah.
other than that, should be a good race. It seems like he's gotten a lot better, and you know, Nick player as well. So I'm kind of here to crush the dreams of Bigos Amigos.
You could do it. I believe. Yeah, is there anything else that you wanted to say about the race or about this seed or anything at all in the world?
I don't know. I was pretty happy with my Mother Brain fight.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I was on the edge of my seat with that one, especially after you didn't save. I would not have the kahunas to do the special beam attack in the middle of catch-up phase. Have you done that before? Is that something that you are familiar with?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay, so is it pretty free once you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I would say so. Just like, yeah, I can't tell you specifics because I do it by feel. It's like some stuff in this game is like black box for me, you know? Like
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I get that.
I couldn't like tell someone how to do it, but
Yep.
like when she fires the ketchup, like I know how long a charge shot is gonna take from there, and I know how long the SBA is gonna take to charge up. So I like kind of know when to go, but I couldn't actually tell you when that is.
Yeah. No, it was very impressive. I was, like I said, I was on the edge of my seat. But yeah, you looked like a pro, like usual, you know, really. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna let watch Rusty finish up and kind of calm through him. You're welcome to stay here and hang out if you want to, but otherwise, I think we're good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for commentating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
To be honest, I was like, I mean, no shade to Rusty, but I felt like Beeps was favored in the matchup before, and that's who I was expecting to face. And I was scared because like, Beeps has pulled off some like really insane tricks so far, and
yeah, Beeps has a lot of knowledge of some obscure stuff.
yeah, like Beeps has like I'm better at movement and stuff, and probably like hall runs and stuff, but she has some like strict advantages over me as far as tricks go. So,
Yeah. Have you ever seen her do that uwu?
oh yes.
That's some impressive stuff.
Yeah. I obviously I still think I could have lost this one as well. But...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if Rusty had found the supers sooner, and then committed to going toward bosses rather than focusing on getting that blue suit to check the bot wound tank, I think this would have been really close. But those things kind of set him pretty far back, and then he had a pretty rough Dragon fight too. The only other thing that happened with Rusty is he didn't go through Wreck Ship when he first found it, but I think that was just because he fell behind and needed to just like go and take a risk and go straight into Lower Norfair. So he found his ice beam after going into Lower Norfair and then going back to it. But
where is Ice again?
Ice was up at Wreck Ship Reserve. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. I was wondering like how much he was gonna skip because I went very majors heavy on my because well, just because like no spring ball, like just missing a lot of good stuff for Meridian, but like this is a matchup where he should probably try to skip stuff, and I just like Hardway to Hell with major minor. I kind of don't like. I don't know what all the correct things are, like how to route it exactly, and I was really thankful for the nerf charge here because I think ammo routing in Hardway to Hell is like a huge problem in a major minor.
Yeah, it is. It almost doesn't even matter in my opinion. Like a normal Hardway to Hell, if it's major minor, you're going to pick up all the minors anyway because you need them for crystal flashes and things. Now, I have a question for you. Were you expecting this to be progressive suits?
I was in the one practice suit I did, but I, made sure to like test.
Gotcha.
So I knew whether it was. Why do you ask?
Gotcha. Yeah, because I thought, and until I saw you going through X-ray Hall and only taking 15. In fact, I didn't even notice. Somebody in chat pointed it out, or Kai pointed it out, that you were only taking 15 damage from those spikes, and so we all discovered that it wasn't progressive suits.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was progressive suits during my practice suit actually, because that was a gravity suit.
Oh.
It was really bad.
Yeah, that'd be a shocker. Like you think you have progressive suits, you go dive into Lower Norfair, like oh no. That's funny.
There's one more thing that I'm forgetting now. Oh yeah, okay. Area tracking is really hard with no fanfares. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, I don't I don't track areas anyway. I just get lost. But yeah, there's no time. You have a little bit of time with the room transitions and then elevator rides, but otherwise, yeah, the item transition or the item fanfare being gone is a huge thing.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hop out. Thanks again. And,
All right, yeah, sounds good.
GG's to Rusty.
Yeah.
And looking forward to this next match.
Yeah, GG. You will do well. Have a good one. All right, and we are watching Rusty finish up in Tourian. Yeah, so I was concentrating on Audra. I didn't see any of Rusty's Meridia escape. Did it go pretty flawlessly? How do you do? Let me know how he did. Oh yeah, Rusty's ammo's pretty rough here. I imagine Rusty will do like I was talking about though. Like he'll probably, I don't know, Rusty might even go through, since he already knows that he hasn't won and he doesn't really have anything on the line anymore. He might just go through and kill all the Zebs. Take the time. Just to have a nice, safer, more comfortable mother brain. Because even doing that is going to be pretty uncomfortable. Need a third Dragon try? Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, that Dragon fight is not easy. All right, we see no save. That to me indicate. Oh, he's going back up. Okay, so he's not gonna go killing any Zebs. He's still gonna do Zeb skip. Oh, or I don't know what's happening. He's going down to save. Oh, thanks, Tommy. I'm blushing. Oh, Rusty doesn't even want to refill. I respect that. That kind of. So what he's effectively done though, he used his missiles on the red door, on both of the red doors. Well, he refilled after the first one, but that's so it takes 5 missiles to shoot out the red door versus 1 super, which is the equivalent of 3 missiles. So he actually lost himself 2 missiles worth of ammo by not going back to refill. But I think he just wants to give himself the challenge. But I do think we're going to start out with some special beam attacks here. I don't think we're going to see more than just like 2 or 3 at the beginning here. But I think that he is going to go down and finish off with the 15 supers at the end, like I was talking about before. Oh, Rusty really going all in with these attacks. I think this makes sense. Everything hurts here with Varia, but he also has a lot of tanks. So might as well use these power bombs. Get his worth out of them. Well, Rusty's starting out with some charge shots. Maybe just looking for a good opportunity to start hammering away. And yeah, so we see Rusty going down to 15 supers. He's going to use those in the catch-up phase. Oh, taking a hit. I think he's got at least 2 reserve tanks, maybe 3, maybe even 4. I don't know. So he might still be A-okay here. And if he got hit by ketchup here, as long as he has enough reserve tanks, the reserves will trigger and he won't take a double hit. Now see, I wouldn't do this. those reserves were kind of his saving grace in case he... I mean, Well, he'd only have 300 though, wouldn't he? I'm wrong. Never mind. He would have exactly enough health to die. So this is just fine. Yeah, he can't do stand-up. That is unfortunate. Yeah, for all y'all that have never done these low percent style Mother Brain fights, go give it a try. It's a good time. These guys, these two make it look pretty easy, but if you've never done it before, you will probably not last this long. Saving 2/3 of a hyper, is that what it comes out to? Yeah, once you become one with the fight, then you don't even have to think. I don't know if it would even be 2/3. Let's see. A hyper beam is 1,000. Each of these shots is doing what? 30? And you could get off how many? Like 20? 20 shots, you do like 600. Oh no, it's like 2/3. You're absolutely right. Oh, yeah, it's not 90. I think you're exactly right, Beamer. I think you would do like 2/3 of a hyper shot. I think that's dead on. Boy, I really hope Rusty doesn't get hit by ketchup. Man, this is tense. He's in control. Rusty is in control. But sometimes Mother Brain gets out of control. And things get very scary. Oh, 40 shots for... Okay, I was thinking you could get like 20 in. I guess I never counted. So yeah, little over a hyper beam. little over one hyper beam shot. I have no idea how close we are to catch up at this point. Anybody been counting shots? Anybody even know how many shots? This is brutal. So I'm always hoping, when I'm doing a fight like this and I don't know when ketchup is going to be coming, I'm always hoping that it comes during a meatball. Because then you can see Mother Brain kind of like pull her head back and you know it's coming. Otherwise, around this time, I start really focusing hard on her hands. Because once she pulls those hands back, you gotta get out of the way. And it's rough because you also have to focus on everything else she's doing. But I mean, it's not gonna kill him to get hit by a single hit onion ring, or like accidentally hit a bomb. But getting hit by ketchup, that would be bad. If he somehow miraculously only took one hit from the ketchup, he'd be okay. But you almost always take at least 2 hits from that. Be good, Mother Brain. Be good. Oh my goodness. Watch those hands. Watch those hands. Watch that head. Oh man. Yeah, 6 more after these 6. Or maybe after those 6. Wait, 6 more now. Okay, 6 more. Oh! Okay, that was good. This is good. Okay. He should be fine. Now the fight is something he's done a million times before. One more catch-up. Not even one more catch-up. We are good. Oh my goodness. Don't take too much damage. Oh no! Oh no, Rusty! Oh my heart! Oh my heart! My heart! So, oh man, fun fact for anybody interested, you don't have to damage down to between 300 and 400 when you don't have when you have only Varia. I'm not sure exactly what the range is, but you're good at a do we have I heard somebody pop in. We have Rusty.
The stream's still on? Wow.
Absolutely. The stream's still on.
Why would anybody still be watching that?
Oh my god, we were on the edge of our seats, and as far as I'm concerned, you won that fight.
Yeah, well, I just had a little bit of a hiccup at the end there.
Oh man, I mean, you did all the hard parts, and then just kind of
How many shots was that? That was a lot.
No idea, more than 6.
I feel like that was more than 100.
Man, how do you feel about this seed overall?
I definitely made some mental errors, but I felt like I might have had some edges at some point. But then when I found Ice Beam, thought I'd just go for it, and kind of sloppy at Dragon. But
no, you did exactly the right thing.
Did what I needed to do, but too slow.
Yeah, I mean, so the biggest differences between the two of you, the first big difference is those supers. Audra went straight in, like took the speed booster from down at Old Brinstar and just went right down under Mother Brain and got the supers. Yeah, first try, just nailed it. Whereas you kind of went around exploring more and then kind of last location, that spot.
Eventually I knew it had to be there, so I went back.
Right. Yeah. So that was a little bit unfortunate. The next thing that kind of hurt you a little bit is you actually routed
Bot Wound. Why'd I go to Bot Wound? I was like, I'm just gonna find what I need. I'm just gonna find it. No,
I didn't.
No, it didn't work out at all. It was a total backfire. And I was about halfway to getting that blue suit, and then I realized, well, I could go to the back of East Meridia, and that wasn't even the answer either, because it was, well, sort of, because it was Fantoon at Kraid's Lair, and then that opened the wreck ship, but then you had to go fall down West Meridia to get there. So that was the real. Anyway, I did that part right, but
I didn't hate the blue suit. Like I mean, you and I both know, racing against somebody like Audra, you got to take risks. And if you had spiked something behind Bot Wound, that could have made all the difference.
Basically, like if you beat ice. It's I think the only thing that could have saved it for me. But
I mean, ice would have been best because then you could have completed your journey there. But like, I think it could have been spring ball or grapple either, because then you would have been go mode. Right? Well, with grapple, if it had been grapple.
Anyway, yeah.
But no,
I had a few outs, but it totally burned me.
Once you got that point, got past that point, your routing through the bosses was better than Audra's. Audra didn't find Fantoon until after doing that wreck ship Lower Norfair loop, and so she had to go through that loop twice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
I knew when I found the wreck. I knew when I found Fantoon. I thought, okay, this is huge because I have the wreck ship open whenever I find it, and eventually realized like, okay, I can fall down to the bottom of West
Yep.
Meridia, and that's got to be the tunnel.
Yeah. Once you got to that point, your routing was supreme. The only thing is, I'm curious. Did you choose not to go through wreck ship your first time through because you were
Right.
feeling
I was
behind?
like,
And
I'm gonna go peek at the Lornor Fair, see if I just find everything, and then I'll do the last bits of the top of the wreck ship at the end.
yeah,
Because I'm gonna
no,
have to come back. I figured I had to come back. I mean, either, well, it could have been like West Meridian, you can fall down, but I didn't really want to go do the acid dive if I didn't need to. But I thought, well, I'll go kill that boss, then I'll go do the top of the wreck ship. I had to kill
Yeah.
the boss anyway.
yeah. No, that makes total sense.
So
But yeah,
that was intentional, but and then it ended up being good because I didn't have to go to the. I'm glad I came back rather than just keep on going through the acid dive because then I would probably missed Ice Beam.
Yep. Yeah. I was afraid of
That'd
that.
been real bad. That'd been real bad.
When you started going back, I was really, really happy because then I knew you were going to find the ice beam, and that was your go mode. And yeah, both of you. I mean, look at your item loadout though. Like both of you with the same things. So you both had that awful mother brain fight. Audra had you should go watch the way Audra took care of mother brain. That was pretty. It was impressive to watch. They had a strat where they used the special beam attacks just like you did, but they did it in the catch-up phase, and and it really took care of that catch-up phase so that they didn't have to deal with that. They also didn't save the supers, so it basically made the front end of the fight faster because they had unleashed all their supers, and then it made the back end of the fight faster because they were able to like regularly and effectively execute those ice shields. It's pretty cool.
Have charge beam too for more SBAs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Does I didn't even notice.
I was doing nerf charge SBAs, which were taking 3 power bombs away. I eventually noticed.
Oh, that's how they work.
I'm almost out of power bombs. How did that happen? Oh, because they're taking up 3 every time I charge it. So that was a little less than cool. But I mean, I was kind of eyeballing my ammo. I didn't really know how many shots that was going to be. But yeah, that was a lot longer fight than I was really comfortable with.
Oh, but it was so good. It was so good. We were all impressed and on the edge of our seats. It's unfortunate that it ended the way that it did, but
That's just dumb.
like I say, as far as I'm concerned, you won that fight.
And then with 299 health.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Painful. Anyway, anything else you want to say about the race?
Nah, thanks for covering it, everybody, of course. And SpeedGaming. It's been a pleasure to be on.
Yeah, Rusty, of course, I have to mention this. I didn't mention this yet. Rusty is one of the organizers of this tournament. So we're all super, super happy and grateful that Rusty's put in the time and effort to make this happen, along with Vibrant Colors. But yeah, with that, let's give a big shout out to Kai as well for not only tracking, but jumping in when I don't know what I'm talking about or just to fill in. So,
thanks, Kai.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, so everybody have a good one. I don't think there's any races on the board right now. We needed to get through this one in order to be able to schedule the next one. But the next race will be Audra versus Fringo Fox. And whenever that gets scheduled, we'll see you then. So until next time, everybody take care, and we will see you next mission.